Hello again. I quite like this spot here by my fishing area. So I think from now on I'll do my intros and outros here. So I've caught the building bug, specifically the building stuff that is not technical and that exists to look good instead of being all technical and stuff. So I've done a couple of little buildings, and this episode will just show you those things. Let's take a look. Done a thing. So as we all know, and as Tam always points out, I'm not a very good builder. So I installed Lightmatica, and I had a little look around Planet Minecraft for some inspiration. And I found something really nice. Which I use Lightmatica to build in the world here. I think this is cool. Credit where credit is due. This design was by Pivik on Planet Minecraft, and this is Pivik in straw statue form. Having a look at my tree here and probably saying well done for following the schematic 100% and not changing anything because you'll just mess it up. Thanks, Rain. So yeah, check out Pivik's designs on Planet Minecraft, and I'm sure you'll find something cool as well. This comes from a pack of 13 spruce trees that she uploaded, and I just did a creative flat world, pasted all 13, and then selected this one with Lightmatica and put the schematic in this world and built it. And that's a tree. That's definitely a tree. I've also done another thing. While looking around the map, I found a little spot next to a fairly big body of water. I suppose you could call it an ocean, with what looks like a river mouth running into it. But if you look at the map, it's not actually a river mouth. It's just a little channel going around an island. The other end of the channel is just off the minimap. So I thought I'll build a little something on that. For this build I did do a bit of a time lapse. So let's have a peek at the time lapse, and when that's done, let's have a look at the completed, what I ended up calling False River Harbour, and the end of some extra decorations after the time lapse, which I will show you just after we've seen the time lapse. Okay, so now that we've seen this built, I'll show you some stuff that I've added. Spoilers. A bit of a retaining wall here. I've done some gardening. A little bit of gardening there. We have a very incompetent looking harbour master. He always looks confused. Hang on. Oh, yes, that's why he always looks confused. Oh well, yes. I think this still looks pretty much the same up here. Yes, it's just a bed added. And then out here on this side, I've dotted around a couple of boxes. Yeah, the typical harbour loading area. And Papa K is trying to help with loading the ships. So I've been on a bit of a building thing lately. I recently discovered Lightmatica. So what I've done is I made a copy of the world into a creative world, and I did some designing and building in that, and then I stick it into Lightmatica, and then I put it on here to build in survival. Let me show you what Lightmatica does for me. I can go here and then I can say load schematics. I happen to know exactly where to stand because I know where I was in the creative world when I built this. Load schematic. And then I've got that. Now that's obviously not in the right place. So I can go into schematic placements. Let's say I bring it down to 70. It's still too high. 69. There we go. And then I can lock it so I don't accidentally move it. And this is what I've designed. We go into GTCam. You can see a lot of the blocks are showing us already the right stuff. So that's how I know it's in the right place. It's exactly where I designed it. There are some blocks that need to be removed, but not all of the ones that show as needing to be removed need to be removed. I mean, these ones here, it doesn't matter if they stay or go. These ones here will need to be removed, some of them to be replaced by other stuff and some of them to be just gone. Same down here. So this is what I've designed. Now what you can also do then is if you go into Lightmatica, schematic placements, configure, and you go to material list, and it shows you everything you need to build that, but it's everything that's in there. I don't need to place all that stone, it's already there. So I can say ignore stone, ignore dirt, ignore grass blocks, ignore coal ore, ignore gravel, ignore grass, and ignore iron ore. So these are the actual blocks I need to build with. And then you can go to this info HUD and switch that on. And then you get that little thing in the corner there that shows you exactly what blocks you're going to need. Now I happen to know what blocks I'm going to need, so all the blocks I need are in here. So if you see, for instance, let's look andesite ladders. I need 21 andesite ladders. If I take 64 andesite ladders out of here, it disappears off the list because now I don't need to find those anymore. To get rid of that list at the bottom, counterintuitively, you go into schematic placements, configure material list, and that automatically switches the info HUD off again. And that is basically the start of it. So I'm going to grab this box with all my building materials in it. And then I'm going to start popping down here. I don't need to clear these out. I do need to clear those out. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to focus. It's kind of difficult to see now what Lightmatica says has to be added and what is actually there. But that's fine. We can just come down here and say, okay, we're going to go up here. That's going to go. That's going to go. That's going to go. These red ones are going to be replaced with other stuff. So I'll just leave those for there for now. I just need to clear the space basically to build. And then what I like to do, oh yes, the creeper was in my creative world when I made the schematic. The red ones are going to be replaced with other stuff. Purple ones I'm going to take out. And that looks good. Okay. And what I like to go to is go into Latmatica, into, I think it's configuration, yes, render layers, and I say layer all below, and then set here, and then you can see for this layer this is what I need to do. That supposedly has to be replaced by air, but it doesn't really need to be. So I'm going to need, I'm going to take that away, I need that, that, and that. And then nice thing about these stairs is you go like that, that, and that, then it builds above. And then I press the default key page up, it goes up a level in the schematic. And those need to be replaced by something, and it's just that, so I'm not going to worry too much about them. They were just dirt when I made the schematic, so they'll eventually turn into grass anyway. And then I can go, let's just go page up so I can see what's next. There. And then down there I need to then start grabbing the supports. Support. This needs to be replaced with a support. That's just grass that hadn't decayed into dirt yet, so that'll be fine. And get rid of that. And then I just keep going up layer by layer and building until I get to the top. Oh, you silly puppy. So the last little buildy thing that I want to show in this episode starts here on the little ladder thing that I built earlier in the video. So let us pop down here. I'm just going to show you what it is. I'm not showing any more actual building process. And there's a bit of headcanon involved in this one. I figured if I'm going to have a harbor on the other side of this landmass, it means I'm not going to be flying back and forth. I'm not even going to be using the waystone back and forth. So I built a road. The headcanon for this road, though, is that each region is responsible for its own roads. So yeah, at Hilltop we have this little checkerboard design and a little bridge onto the little island that nobody wants, so it's just coarse dirt. It looks a bit muddy. And then we get on to this packed mud design, which belongs to, well, this bit of forest here actually. And then we come to the forest edge in, where it's literally just path. And then we get to the forest proper, where it is almost like a Roman road. It's straight as an arrow and made of cobblestone. That's the way the Romans used to make their roads. So we've got roads linking Hilltop to False River Harbour. And I'm going to... Don't run away, Brutus. I got a lead. I don't have a lead. Oh dear. I do have a lead here. Come here, Brutus. Why don't I just call this horse Brutus? I haven't named this horse yet. My dog is Brutus Maximus. Let's have a quick snooze. Oh, you handsome fella. So, yes, that was the other thing I built recently, is a road. If we look at the map, going all the way from Hilltop up here, past Forest Edge Inn, through this forest, all the way to the False River Harbour. So yes, there we are. So this has been a building heavy episode, or all just building episode, and I have no idea yet what I'm going to do for the next episode, but anyway, thanks for watching guys, and goodbye.